Is it possible then, Christine, for people to have maybe an unhealthy view of happiness?
That is a great question. If it's distorted, and what I mean by that is if we think happiness is handed to us, if we think it's our right, if we, well, it is our right, really. We are all meant to be happy. But if we think it's our right that other people have to make us happy, that's a distortion, right? Happiness has to come from within. Um, and we're responsible for it, but it's how we change our lens. So we see happiness in everything, we see it in others. So, for example, we know like when there's somebody that's not happy, we may have a friend, a family member, they're always Debbie Downer, complainer, whatever, negative Nelly. Teaching them only see happiness. Notice when you're out, notice all the people that are smiling. Begin to notice what happiness is for others, right? The excitement on an infant or a young child's face, walking in nature, right? Where's their happiness? Start to align with only seeing happiness in others if you can't see it in yourself, and appreciating the happiness of others. When we can appreciate others' good fortune and happiness, it also starts to train our heart and mind to recognize, oh, I too am deserving of happiness and good fortune. But it's not something that somebody gives you, right? It's not, I'm only happy if I have X amount of money and the perfect partner and the perfect job and perfect home in the perfect neighborhood. That's all happiness contingent upon something outside of themselves. It has to come from within, and you have to be able to see it. Did that answer your question?
It did, and I'm glad that you touched on money and possessions because there was someone that told me that if they could earn enough money, buy enough things, they'll be happy. 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. Someday they work a double shift.
Mm.
One day they woke up, their arm was numb. Trying, oh my God, my arm is numb. What's going on with me? Okay, did you sleep on it? A couple of days later, my leg is numb. What's going on? Then you begin to figure out they're so stressed in this pursuit of unhealthy happiness that their body is telling them, hey, I was whispering for you to stop. Now I need to yell and actually impact your body so you can see it. And then I asked this person in conversation, do you see a life where you're not working this hard in your pursuit of happiness in regards to your job? They said no.
Mm.
Hearts breaking, right? And then I asked them another question. I was like, if I take away your job from you right now, I'd even finish the sentence sweating, right? Because now they begin to think about their only source of happiness is tied to this example. If I were to take away your job from you, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
This person could answer the question. Keep in mind, this person is a parent, this person has children, this person had a relationship, this person had all these things. But because their unhealthy perspective of happiness is tied to this one thing, it trumped everything else. So, in that example, Christine, how do we then, first and foremost, get the person to self identify
Mm-hmm.
because they didn't see it for all these years, and I just happened to come along. I've only known this person for 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh.
They're almost 50, so they have all these years of this programming. So how do we help them to self-identify and then eventually find out that happiness comes from a different source?
We can't. They have to figure it out. And sometimes it is that thing, like you said, the body is screaming, right? Our body holds score. But there are individuals that may have that experience of that person and still have the leg and arm come back and just keep doing what they're doing. Sometimes we don't learn and we just keep doing it. So when we have someone who's in pursuit of something external, again, it still comes back to it, whether it's money, fame, and it's everything outside themselves. I'll only be happy when I have money and fame. I've heard this from people. It comes back to what I say is, what are you distracting yourself from? There's a distraction. We want to have these things, but really it's because there's this thing inside of us that we don't want to sit with. And sometimes it can be something that we dealt with that was really difficult in our youth, an experience that happened in our adult. It can be anything. But sometimes it's looking at, why do you need the distraction of work and telling yourself a story that I will only be happy if I have money? And I'd be really curious, like, I'm curious, what's that about? Right? Curiosity is what allows us to start to see, why do we think that that's going to bring us happy? And we ask them and we have them start to self-reflect. But it has to come from their own mind and their own heart and their own understanding, which someone can guide them through. But we can't tell them and we can't change it.